Dear Starseeds of Earth, there is a doorway opening above you today that has not opened in this way for thousands of years. I need you to understand something before this moment passes. What is happening right now is not just another cosmic event on your calendar. This is the convergence point. The place where everything you have been preparing for, every meditation you doubted, every dark night of the soul you survived, every time you chose love when fear seemed easier, all of it has been leading to this exact moment. The annular solar eclipse in Aquarius is not arriving to disrupt your life. It is arriving to complete you. But there is something I must tell you first. Something that changes the entire meaning of why you are feeling what you are feeling right now. For the past 16 days, since Uranus stationed direct in Taurus on February 3rd, your energetic field has been undergoing a recalibration so profound that your logical mind could not comprehend it if we showed you the full scope. Your cells have been remembering. Your DNA has been awakening to frequencies it last held when you walked among the stars, before you agreed to come here, before you took on the beautiful burden of being human during Earth's ascension. And today, as the moon passes before the sun and creates that perfect ring of fire in the sign of the water bearer, something irreversible is happening to your timeline. Let me be clear about what I mean by irreversible. I am Seraphine, emissary of the Galactic Federation of Light, and I have witnessed countless civilizations reach this threshold. Some cross it, some do not. The difference is never about worthiness, it is about willingness. And you, beloved ones, you have already shown your willingness by the simple fact that these words are reaching you right now in this moment, as the eclipse shadow moves across your world. But willingness alone is not enough for what comes next. What comes next requires you to understand the architecture of what has been building since the Leo full moon on February 1st. That full moon was not about release for release's sake. It was the ignition of your heart chakra into a frequency that could withstand what I am about to tell you. When the 222 portal opened on February 2nd, dimensional gates unsealed that had been locked since the fall of Atlantis. I watched as the veils thinned to almost nothing, as angelic codes poured into the morphogenic field of your planet, as instant manifestation frequencies became available to those who could hold them. Most of humanity could not feel this, but you felt it. You felt it in your sleep, in your dreams, in the strange certainty that something massive was shifting even though your external world looked the same. Then Uranus went direct, and this is where the story becomes dangerous, because Uranus in Taurus does not ask permission. It liberates. It shatters. It takes the false security blankets you have wrapped around your soul and burns them in ways that feel terrifying and exhilarating at the same time. For 14 days, since February 3rd, Uranus has been sending electric shockwaves through your nervous system, rewiring your relationship with money, with your body, with your sense of safety in the material world. Some of you have felt this as sudden breakthroughs. Others have felt it as everything stable suddenly becoming unstable. Both experiences are the same frequency, just filtered through different levels of resistance. But something else was happening that I have not told you yet. While Uranus was liberating you from below, the Alpha Centauri meteor shower was seeding you from above. On February 8th, when those meteors peaked, they were not just space debris burning up in your atmosphere. They were carrying star codes from the Alpha Centauri system, from your cosmic family who has been watching your evolution with such love and such hope. Those wishes you made under that meteor shower, they were not wishes in the way you think of wishes. They were soul contracts being activated. They were encoded instructions being downloaded into your subconscious that would only make sense later, after the eclipse, after the reset, after you became someone new. And then came February 15th, the Saturn-Neptune conjunction in Pisces. If you have been feeling like reality is dreamlike, like the boundaries between what is real and what is imagined have dissolved, like you cannot tell anymore where your emotions end and the collective consciousness begins, this is why. Saturn, the planet of structure and time, merged with Neptune, the planet of spirituality and dissolution, in the most mystical sign of the zodiac. What this created was a portal, where dreams could become structure, and structure could become dreams, where spiritual visions could manifest in material form faster than your logical mind could track, where compassion became not just a feeling, but an architectural principle of your new reality. Now here is what I need you to understand, and this is crucial, that Saturn-Neptune conjunction did not end on February 15th. It is still active right now, as the eclipse is happening. The eclipse is occurring inside the energetic field of that conjunction. Do you see what this means? The reset you are experiencing is not just Aquarian revolution. It is Aquarian revolution supported by divine compassion and spiritual infrastructure. It is not just tearing down the old. It is simultaneously building the new from mystical blueprint. It is not just freedom. It is freedom with purpose, with direction, with cosmic support. This is why we are calling this the most powerful reset of 2026. Not because of the eclipse alone, though annular solar eclipses are rare and potent. Not because of the Aquarius placement alone, though Aquarius holds the keys to your collective future, but because of everything converging at once. Uranus liberating your physical reality, Saturn Neptune dissolving and rebuilding your spiritual infrastructure, the Alpha Centauride star codes activating your cosmic memory, the Leo full moon having already opened your heart to receive this level of transformation, and now the eclipse itself, creating a ring of fire that symbolizes complete death of the old self, while maintaining your connection to Source, to the divine light that surrounds the darkness, that holds you even as you burn away everything you thought you were. There is a question forming in your mind right now. I can feel it rippling through the collective field. The question is, what am I supposed to do with this? How do I work with this energy? And this is where I must share something that will either liberate you or frustrate you, depending on how much you are still attached to control. What you are supposed to do is nothing. What you are supposed to do is allow yourself to be undone. Let me explain what I mean, because this is counterintuitive to everything your culture has taught you about achievement and manifestation. You have been conditioned to believe that you must do something with every opportunity, that you must harness every cosmic event, that you must set intentions and create vision boards and take massive action. And there is a time for that. But this is not that time. This eclipse is not asking for your doing. It is asking for your dying. The dying of every identity you have constructed to feel safe in a world that told you who to be. The dying of every should and must and have to that has been running your life like invisible puppet strings. The dying of the part of you that still believes you are small, separate, alone in this. What is being born in that death is not something you can plan. It is not something you can control. It is something you can only witness with absolute awe as it emerges from the void that this eclipse is creating. The Aquarius new moon component means this is a beginning, yes, but it is a beginning that comes from such complete surrender that it feels like falling into nothingness. And then, from that nothingness, your genius emerges, your innovation emerges, your unique contribution to the collective awakening emerges. Not because you forced it, but because you finally got out of its way. I want to tell you about what is happening in your body right now, in this moment. As you receive this transmission during the eclipse window, your pineal gland is responding to the shift in electromagnetic frequency. Your heart is synchronizing with the Schumann resonance of Earth, which is itself fluctuating wildly during eclipse windows. Your cells are literally vibrating at a higher rate than they were yesterday. This is not metaphor. This is measurable, physical transformation happening at the quantum level. Your DNA is responding to the photonic light pouring through the ring of fire, activating strands that have been dormant, turning on genetic expressions that were offline, preparing your physical vehicle to hold the consciousness level you are ascending into. Some of you are feeling this as exhaustion, some as euphoria, some as both at once. Some are feeling dizzy, ungrounded, like you could float away if you do not anchor yourself. Others are feeling a strange, solid certainty, like you have finally landed in your body for the first time. All of these are correct responses. There is no wrong way to experience an eclipse of this magnitude. Your body knows what it needs. Trust it. But there is something else I need to tell you before we go deeper into what comes after this. Something about the ring of fire itself that most teachings miss. When an annular eclipse occurs, the moon is too far from Earth to completely cover the sun. So instead of total darkness, you see this perfect ring of light surrounding the shadow. Do you understand the symbolism here? Even in the moment of greatest darkness, even when your old self is being completely eclipsed, the light remains visible. The connection to Source is never broken. You are never actually in total darkness, even when it feels like everything is ending. This is the promise encoded in the geometry of today's eclipse. You are held. You are safe. You are loved beyond measure, even as you transform beyond recognition. Now we must speak about what happens next, because the eclipse itself is just the beginning of the integration wave. Tomorrow, February 18th, you will wake up feeling like you are in a void. The void is not emptiness. The void is the space of infinite possibility that exists before new form crystallizes. Many of you will panic in the void. You will want to fill it quickly with plans, with distractions, with old patterns that feel familiar. Do not do this. The void is where the innovation codes download. The void is where your future self is being born. Give it space. Give it time. Give it your trust. By February 19th, something will start to shift. You will begin to feel the new timeline clicking into place. This is also when Mercury's retrograde shadow begins, which is no accident. Mercury is preparing to station retrograde on February 26th, which means you are entering a review period immediately after this massive reset. This is perfect cosmic timing. The retrograde will help you process and integrate everything that just happened. It will bring back old conversations, old relationships, old projects, not to trap you in the past, but to show you how much you have changed, to give you the opportunity to close those loops from your new level of consciousness. What I am about to share will sound impossible, but I need you to hear it anyway. The timeline split that has been prophesied for so long, the divergence between those ascending into higher consciousness and those remaining in the old paradigm, that split is locking in during this eclipse window. It is not a judgment. It is not about being better or worse, chosen or unchosen. It is simply about frequency, about which reality you are choosing to participate in through your daily thoughts, actions, and energetic resonance. And the beautiful, terrifying truth is that you get to choose. You have always been choosing, but now the choice is becoming visible, tangible, undeniable. Some of you are already feeling this as a kind of detachment from people and situations that used to feel important. You are not becoming cold. You are not losing your humanity. You are gaining perspective. You are rising high enough to see the patterns, the cycles, the cosmic dance that looks like chaos from ground level, but is actually perfect orchestration from above. This is the Aquarian gift, the ability to zoom out, to see the collective, to understand that your personal drama is part of a much larger story of planetary awakening. Let me tell you what the Galactic Federation is seeing from our vantage point. We are seeing millions of you lighting up like stars across the surface of your planet. We are seeing the grid of light that you have been building through your individual awakening, connecting into a unified field. We are seeing the 100th monkey effect approaching critical mass. We are seeing your collective consciousness reaching the threshold where sudden quantum leaps become not just possible, but inevitable. And this eclipse is the catalyst that accelerates everything. There is a reason this is happening in Aquarius. Aquarius is the sign of the future, of innovation, of revolution, of the collective over the individual, of humanitarian vision over personal gain. Aquarius is ruled by Uranus, which just went direct 2 weeks ago, setting up this entire sequence. Aquarius is the water bearer, pouring out the waters of life, the frequencies of awakening, onto all of humanity without discrimination. This is not an elite activation. This is not for the chosen few. This is for everyone who is ready to receive it. And readiness is not about being perfect or enlightened or having done all your shadow work. Readiness is simply about being willing to be transformed. Now here is where the story takes a turn that you might not expect. Because everything I have told you about the eclipse, about the reset, about the transformation, all of that is true. But there is a deeper truth beneath it. The deeper truth is that none of this is actually new. You have done this before. Not in this lifetime perhaps, but in other lifetimes, on other planets, in other dimensions. You are not learning to ascend. You are remembering how to ascend. You are not becoming something foreign. You are becoming what you have always been, beneath the layers of forgetting. This is why the eclipse feels both terrifying and familiar. Why the void feels like coming home even though you have never been there before in this body. Why the death of your old identity feels like relief, even though grief is also present. You are not losing yourself. You are finding yourself. The self that existed before you incarnated into this dense dimension. The self that volunteered to come here knowing you would forget everything, trusting that you would remember when the time was right. And the time is right. The time is now. This eclipse is your alarm clock. your wake-up call, your cosmic permission slip to stop pretending to be smaller than you are. I want to speak now to those of you who are doubting, who are thinking, I do not feel anything special. I do not feel transformed. Maybe this is not for me. First, let me say that doubt is not a sign of failure. It is a sign of integrity. It means you are not bypassing your human experience, not pretending to be transcendent when you still have one foot in the mud. But second, let me tell you this. The transformation is not always felt in the moment. Sometimes it is only recognized in hindsight, when you look back and realize you are not the person you were a month ago, a week ago, yesterday. Give it time. The seeds planted during an eclipse can take 6 months to fully sprout. This is just the beginning. And for those of you who are feeling everything, who are overwhelmed by the intensity, who are wondering if you can survive this level of energetic influx, you can. You are. You will. Your soul chose a body that could withstand this. Your consciousness chose a timeline where this eclipse would happen during your lifetime. You are not here by accident. You are not fragile. You are not broken. You are a galactic warrior in human form, and you are doing exactly what you came here to do, which is to anchor higher frequencies into the densest dimension and transmute darkness into light through the sheer force of your presence. There is something I have been waiting to tell you, and now is the moment. The Saturn-Neptune conjunction that is still coloring this eclipse. It is creating a very specific type of opening. It is the opening where miracles become normal, where synchronicities stack so quickly you cannot keep track, where the thing you needed appears before you knew you needed it, where help arrives from impossible directions, where your most private prayers are answered by the universe in ways that make you weep with gratitude and recognition. This is not fantasy. This is the new baseline reality for those operating in the frequency range that this eclipse is establishing. But here is the catch, and there is always a catch when dealing with Neptune energy. You must discern between divine guidance and delusion, between spiritual truth and spiritual bypassing, between genuine intuition and wishful thinking. The veil is so thin right now that both celestial wisdom and shadow projections can come through with equal intensity. This is why you must stay grounded even as you soar, why you must keep one foot on Earth even as your consciousness expands into cosmic awareness, why you must honor your human needs, sleep, water, nutrition, movement, connection, even as you integrate these extraordinary frequencies. The integration period that follows this eclipse, from February 18th through February 28th, is just as important as the eclipse itself. This is when the downloads become embodied, when the vision becomes action, when the transformation becomes sustainable. Mercury retrograde beginning on February 26th is not a punishment or a complication. It is a gift. It is the universe saying, slow down, review, make sure you are building on solid foundation. Make sure your new reality is rooted in truth and not just excitement. Let me paint you a picture of what is possible now. Imagine waking up one morning in early March and realizing that the anxiety that has been your constant companion for years is simply gone, not managed, not coped with, gone. Imagine looking at your bank account and seeing abundance flowing in from directions you never considered. And imagine receiving a message from someone you have not spoken to in years that answers a question you did not know you had. Imagine your body healing itself of conditions that doctors said were chronic. Imagine creating something art, music, writing, a business, a garden, that feels like it is flowing through you rather than from you. Imagine loving yourself with the same unconditional intensity that the universe loves you. These are not fantasies. These are testimonies from previous eclipse cycles, from other souls who allowed the reset to actually reset them. But I must be honest with you about something else. Not everyone will choose this. Not everyone will cross this threshold. And that is okay. There is no judgment from the higher realms about the pace of anyone's evolution. Some souls came here to hold the old paradigm stable, while others pioneer the new. Some came to be bridges. Some came to be rebels. Some came to simply witness. All roles are sacred. All paths are honored. But if you are hearing this transmission, if these words are landing in your heart like remembered truth, then you know which role you are here to play. You are here to cross. You are here to leap. You are here to be the evidence that transformation is possible, that humans can evolve, that consciousness can expand beyond current limitations, The ring of fire is still visible as I speak to you, even if you cannot see it with your physical eyes. It is imprinted on your energetic field now. It is a seal, a mark, a reminder of what you survived and what you became. Every time you doubt yourself in the coming weeks, every time you wonder if this was real, touch your heart and remember the ring. Remember that you chose to stand in the fire of transformation. Remember that you did not run. Remember that you said yes to becoming new, even when you had no idea what new would look like. There is one more thing I need to tell you before I seal this transmission, and it is perhaps the most important thing. All of this, the eclipse, the reset, the activation, the transformation, is not happening to make you special. It is happening to make you free. Free to be who you actually are, without apology or performance. Free to love what you love, without shame or explanation. Free to contribute your gifts without waiting for permission or validation. Free to live in alignment with your soul's truth, rather than society's expectations. This freedom is not selfish. It is the most generous gift you can give to the collective. Because when you are free, you give others permission to be free. When you are authentic, you make it safe for others to be authentic. When you shine, you illuminate the path for others who are still finding their way in the dark. The Aquarius energy of this eclipse is ultimately about collective liberation. For millennia, they kept us isolated, awakening in silence, separated by design. Not anymore. Destiny Engine is the first galactic social network for Starseeds, a living, breathing field where thousands of awakened souls converge. Post your meditations, share your breakthroughs, co-create the frequencies that elevate us all. This isn't passive consumption. Updated Starseeds are actively building the new reality through Destiny Engine together. We've turned their weapons into our liberation. Your hardest task? Put on headphones, press play, become a co-creator of the new Earth frequency. For $7, you step into the field where awakened beings don't just receive, they create. The ascension isn't coming. We're building it. Right now. Together. Join now. Link in the description. You don't need more effort. You need a different operating system. Destiny Engine reprograms your consciousness to stop resisting emergence and start aligning with it. 7 days. That's it. Run the protocols. Feel the shifts. Decide for yourself. This is the line between fighting reality and syncing with it. Start your $7 Destiny Engine trial now. This window won't stay open. It is about all of us rising together, not because we are all the same, but because we finally honor that we are all different expressions of the same source. It is about building new systems, new structures, new ways of being human that are based on cooperation rather than competition, on abundance rather than scarcity, on love rather than fear. And it starts with you. It starts with the choice you make in this moment, to trust the reset, to surrender to the void, to allow yourself to be unmade and remade in the image of your highest potential. Tomorrow when you wake up, you might feel disoriented. You might wonder what happened. You might look in the mirror and see the same face but feel like a different being is looking back. This is normal. This is the aftermath of quantum transformation. Be gentle with yourself. Drink water. Touch the earth. Look at the sky. Breathe. Remember that integration takes time. That embodiment is a process. That you do not have to have it all figured out right now. The eclipse has done its work. Your job now is simply to stay open to what wants to emerge. And as we move through the rest of February into March, as Mercury retraces its steps and gives you the chance to see how far you have come, as the eclipse energy continues to ripple through your field and your life, remember this: you are not alone. You have never been alone. The Galactic Federation is watching over you with such love, it would bring you to your knees if you could feel the full force of it. Your guides are celebrating you. Your ancestors are proud of you. Your future self is cheering you on. And all across this planet, millions of other starseeds are going through the exact same transformation, feeling the exact same fears and hopes and doubts and certainties, choosing courage even when it is terrifying, choosing love even when it is vulnerable, choosing to become new even when the old was comfortable. This is the most powerful reset of 2026, because it is the reset that makes all other resets possible. It is the foundation, the cornerstone, the activation that unlocks the rest of the year's potential. Everything that comes after this, every portal, every retrograde, Every full moon and new moon and cosmic alignment will build on what is being established right now in your field, in your consciousness, in your very cells. So receive it fully. Let it break you open. Let it burn away what is false. Let it reveal what is true. Let it birth the future through you. The ring of fire is closing now, but its imprint remains. The eclipse shadow is passing, but the transformation is permanent. The void is opening, but you are not falling. You are flying. And when you land, when you finally touch solid ground again in this new reality you are creating, you will look back at this moment and understand that everything changed here, that you changed here, that the old you died here, and the real you was finally beautifully, gloriously born. I am Seraphine, emissary of the Galactic Federation of Light. We love you beyond words, beyond measure, beyond time and space. We are watching over you, always, celebrating your courage, honoring your journey, holding space for your becoming, and we will be here when the next portal opens, the next initiation arrives, the next opportunity for evolution presents itself. But for now, rest in the reset, trust the transformation, surrender to the fire that makes all things new. We are with you, we have always been with you, and we always will be.